Hello guys, it's Paula and we are back with another video. Now, this is going to be what we do the next few times, is just do decorating stuff for whatever we want, or for our December daily or whatever. But just have to hang in there with me. Okay, so we're not collaging this time. I bet you're glad, aren't you? I'm going to have the book handy just in case we need it. All right, so I really like these trees. Makes me think of Grandma, and you're going to the woods to Grandmother's house. Oh, that's so true, isn't it? And what we're going to do is we're going to cover the front just solid. So we're going to flip this over and we're going to do these index cards. Don't ask me how I came up with this. It just hit me as fun. And I haven't been digging through things. I've just kind of been pulling things out that, you know, I do things with normally. So we want the trees to be in the upright position, which is that away where the dot is. And yes, and then we're going to actually try to cover up all of it. And then this kind of reminds me of when we do the little index cards last year, when we did those. If I have time, I'll do some this year. Just depends on how everything is going. You know, you just never know what your life's going to be like from one day to the next. So we're hoping for the best for everyone. Okay, so here we go. I guess you've noticed by now that I had to cut back to every other day. Sorry guys. My schedule of doing therapy 3 times a week, yeah. And I can't do this anymore because it just was really wearing me down. And you know, I'd like to say I could do one every day from now on, but I don't have, you know, time to do anything else. And because I'm slow, that's the truth of the matter. But I love doing it, so we'll just not worry about that part. Now, as far as stitching these, it's kind of the same thing. It's Fabri-Tac, so I don't want to stitch that on my machine right away. If I do anything additional, such as stitching after the video, I will show you in the next video, okay? And yeah, there we go. Now, it's easier to me to get rid of all that bulk of paper hanging on like a sore thumb. Here we go, and we're going to try to hit these curves without chopping off the tab. Now, I did grab a few words out that I always think of at Christmas. And the way our Christmas will probably be this year, I figured we'd need a lot of hope and peace. And so those are 2 of them. I can't remember the others. Those were the first ones I wanted to get out. So, yeah. All right, now see, that's not a bad deal. Let's do the other one real quick, and then we'll have them both done. Okay, now I'm going to move those scraps right there. And on this one, we're going to do snowflakes. I wonder what we do when we do snowflakes. Okay, so I want it to go the opposite way. So I'm going to do it like this. Okay. On the back of this black snowflake. Why would anyone do jet black snowflakes? I guess it's one of those nights you can't see anything, but I guarantee you when it's snowy outside, you can see everything. It's not dark when there's snow out at my house. It's beautiful. It covers all of our trees, and we don't have a ton, but it does cover them. We have a lot of bushes, but it covers our pond, and you know, it covers our yard, which has a little hill before it gets to the pond. And so it's just beautiful. Okay, there. Boy, howdy. You just don't realize how much is involved in getting enough glue on there. Okay, so I thought we'd do 2 of these. And if we have time, we can do a 3rd one. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut this one out. And let me make sure it's all the way to the edge. Down here. There we go. Good enough. I got a little bit right here to trim off, but it's not a big deal. Go back around this silly tab. Here we go. Trying my hardest to save paper, especially since we're decorating things. We need all the Christmas paper we can get. There we go. All right, so we have one more side right here. All right. Now I want us to ink these. Let me put this little bit of trash here. Right like that, out of our way. Okay, now we're gonna ink them, and if they need to be stitched, I'll stitch them off camera. All right. What else is new and exciting? Kids might get to go back to school. I don't know if that's new and exciting to you guys or not, depending on where you live. We live in one of the states that, you know, is doing better than some. Not because we're better, but just because we're lucky. And, yeah, I'm doing this back too, so we can have it ready to be journaled on. This is going to be like a tag, you know, or whatever in the journal. You just slip it into the pocket, whatever way you need to. So, there we go. And now, let's ink this one. Getting a little heavy-handed with the... I just don't want it to look, you know, I like it to have a little bit of antique-y look, you know, not so white. Maybe that's a little brown for some of you, but you know, I'm with Gail on some things like this. Okay, let's go like this on the back. On the back, I'm just going to do the edges as long as they're, you know, if they're messy, it's all right. It's a junk journal. It's a junk journal. Now, I think I'm going to add a little bit to this too. I shouldn't have put it in my... I shouldn't have put it in my ink daub. My ink pad. Don't ask me what I'm saying. I'm trying to get the massive amount off of the dauber here. Or the tool. Now, let's see. I'm going to have to be very soft-handed here. I don't want it to look too I mean, it is supposed to look more white when it snows, right? Okay, so there we go. That one's not too bad. Now we can put our ink over, out of the way. So, we're going to go to Grandmother's house for Christmas. And they will have a Frosty in their yard. So, let's see. When I was a kid, it really wasn't Chevy Chase's car. But isn't this hilarious? It makes me think of when I was a child. We used to have a station wagon at one point. I think Dad drove something similar all the time. Just something different. He never bought new cars. I don't ever remember as children getting a new car. Dad always just bought used vehicles. And we always had one, so I guess that's what matters, huh? So, this guy is going to be going through the woods to Grandmother's house today. And he has had a lot of hope that Grandmother knows how to cook this year. I'm kidding. The hope I'm talking about is way different. So, we're looking at this and I'm thinking, man, that's not real impressive, right? Well, we'll come up with something else, but let's get this glued down first. I think I'm going to use glitter glue for this. Just to get in all these little nooks and crannies. Go up here and get this part of the vehicle, the long part of the car. This little ornament should have been called Chevy Chase Vacation, Christmas Vacation. Listen, we have to watch it at least once through the Christmas season. My kids can, and my son-in-law, they can just mouth out parts of it that I never even heard. That's the difference in our age and our hearing, I guess. Okay, so there we go. I love this little car. I have saved him over time. And when I put these trees out, it made me think of going to Grandmother's house. Okay, so I'm going to put the hope down. I could have put the peace over here and called it peace and quiet before we get to Grandmother's house. Oh my goodness, Paula, shame on you. Okay, whoops, wrong ink. Here we go. I'm going to try to print out some of my Christmas paper that's easier to collage with, and that way we can do these little labels that say hope and peace. These particular letters are from my porch prints. Now, they're not Christmas. They're just regular. She probably has some Christmas ones out. She did last year. I'm sure I've got them somewhere. Just couldn't tell you where right now. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a red pen. Let me get over to my gel pens that I usually decorate with and see what I got. And, you know, I have a red one in here, but they're all so mixed in, you can't tell what one is from the other. All right, guys, that don't belong in this little circle. Get away. That's silver, white, yellow. All right, they're making me crazy. I tell you what, I will probably have to pull out my good pens that's all mixed in, and I'm going to trim around the word hope on the inside of the box, because I like the way that turned out. Now, we want to say something like a little title or something. And I'm thinking, oh, these are rub-ons. I don't want to use rub-ons, man. Man. Okay, there's nothing there. Here's some. Okay, I'm looking here to see what's in this little package. I don't have patience. I just staple them back. So I'm going to do this one here that says Happy Holidays. Let me see if I like that. Well, I kind of do. You know, I kind of do. Now, whether that's the right spot for them, I don't know. How about right here? Bring this down a little bit. Now, I'm going to kind of swish it a little bit so it's not so bright white. And after I find my red pen, I will, that's blue. Can't believe that. I know I have a red one over there. It's just a matter of where it's at. Grrr. Do you guys ever growl at? Oh, I just found it. Here it is. It's a Uniball. Okay. So you can always start those on your fingers if they won't work. Here we go. We're going to go right inside. I felt like we needed a pop of red right here. And then we'll go right here. Right there. Now, if we wanted to, we could brighten up the ornaments a little bit with this gel pen, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, put some red ones in there. I'm going to actually make them all red. There we go. That looks kind of cute, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, that's adorable, if I say so myself. Now, so when you get to grandmother's house, you head that way. No, you head that way. He's going the wrong direction, in other words. It doesn't matter. They're not going to be together. But I'm telling a story, and that's how I want to tell my story. So I have a pink house. Now, I'm sure somewhere I have a better color house. And actually, I'm going to get a piece of paper, and let's just use this one. I'm going to put our little station wagon somewhere else. So I'm going to do rub-ons because, I mean, who uses rub-ons nowadays? And if you don't use them, they really get worn out. So we're going to use them on this paper, and then I'll just cut it out. So I had plans to get this little red house, and I thought it was super cute. And I'm going to rub it onto this paper, and then we can, come on. And then we can go ahead and cut it out of cardstock. Look at that little guy, how cute. Now let me cut him out because I don't want to cheat any of the other items. And we'll add some more of these things and then cut them out. Nothing that is like too tiny. I'm too blind to do too tiny. Okay, so we're going to do, let me move it up here. We're going to do it right here. And if you've never done them, you just lay them, you take that backing off, and then you just lay them here and kind of rub them, and hopefully they'll kind of hold on a little. And then you start rubbing. I rub from the top down. Now, you never move this again until you have completed it. You want to make sure the whole section has transferred. You don't see as many rub-ons nowadays, I think, as you used to in crafting. See, I can see that that's popped loose, so it's definitely attached. Whoopsie daisy, what did I do? Hopefully I didn't screw it up. Yeah, it's starting to let go of in places, and that's why I ended up having a problem with it. Let me get the rest of it on here. Ah, come on. You can lay it back down when that happens, but they're going to look like they have foundation problems, but that's all right. Who doesn't, right? Now, I'm going to go really try to go slower in this area. This is not an uncommon thing when you're doing these little things for things to separate and let go. Let me see what we're dealing with. Let's get this little corner down here all done. Let me see if there's anything else right there. Keep your fingers crossed. We have a little bit of a crackle going on, but as you can see, it's attached. You give it a minute. We want to give it a minute to set there. So we'll move on and do another one. Now, I thought we could do, we're not going to do the snowman or any of that because it's all too small. That's just what I'm saying. We'll have to wait if we want to put it on there until we're at Grandma's house. Now, got to be careful with this because it's fragile. I'm not cutting into it. I'm going to try to cut around it and just leave a little bit of a border. I didn't have any red houses, and that's why I wanted to use this. But normally I would have something with dimension. And not something that, you know, could crumble off. Because it still could. It didn't do a really great transfer after my paper went up and went wonky. Okay, then we're going to go right here. Turn and cut. Get this out of there. Okay. And then we'll ink this a little bit too. All right. Now, I'm just gently inking, okay? When it dries, I might try to put a little bit of red on it. Not shiny red. Dull red. But see, once you get it on cardstock, it's like a little piece of, you know, ephemera. It just comes right off of there. Okay, so we've got that one done. Now I'm going to put that over there, and we're going to put this little guy over here. Now this is going to be Grandmother's house. In this little section, we're going to have peace. And we'll have some other things too. But first, we got to decide where we want the house. I think we also need a little tree, like right in here. This one's too big on this little pack, so we'll skip that one. Let me see if there's a tree anywhere close by. Oh my goodness. Here's a tree. But I think it's the little gold one that's the right size. The red ones, or the green ones, just aren't cutting it. for this object, for this project. I know that's not real tradition. You know, back in the day they had gold trees, but I'll tell you, neither are red and green. Neither are red and green snowflakes. So we're not going to even worry about what's right and what's wrong, because this will work fine. If we could, oh, I just pulled the stem off. In other words, make sure you go into the package and get your little item. We can put that back on. That's not a big deal. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to put the stem down by itself. Okay, now we got to see how high up. I'll put it down pretty low since we don't really have a ground. There we go. And I'm going to put the tree right over here. He's got a crooked star. He looks like what you'd look like by the time you got your 5 or 6 hour mile trip done. And he looks tired. See, he's leaning. That's what I love about Christmas decorations. You know, there's so much involved in putting them together. They're just not flat stickers or ephemera. And we need to fix that tree at the top. I may end up ripping it off if I'm not careful. Well, I ripped off the little red bead, but that's okay. It'll go right back on. I think we'll glue this little tree star down so that it, you know, we know it's not going to go anywhere, even though it's crooked. That's all right. And then we'll put a little bit on the top and put the little stone on top of that. Now this glue will dry clear, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's wanting to slide because it's at an angle. Maybe it will stay now. No, I just pulled another one off right there. I don't know about these. Where did it go? It was right here on my hand. Oh my word. Okay, so they have some, oh, there he is. He just decided to show himself in more than one way. So we're going to put him right down here. He's got green glitter on the back of him because he is flipping all over the place. There we go. Now, that's the nice thing is it's just a bunch of gems, right? Everybody has them. So if you have a disaster and lose one of your gems, just get them out and put them on there. But I think they're really cute. Okay, so I got a little much right there and there, so we're going to fix that. Now again, this is our rub-ons, and the tree is bigger than the house. It must be New York City. What did I do with my wipey? There it is. I have glue all over me. It wouldn't be Christmas decorations if you didn't have glue, right? Okay, so I'm going to kind of press down on this so my hands don't pull anything off with glue and a little bit of water. So there we go on that one. And you can also go just kind of press on him when he's not looking. All right, we're going to do the piece at the top. I cannot believe that thing came off again. Well, it's because I'm messing with everything and it hasn't had a chance to dry. All right, we'll stay away from the tree. Stay away from the tree. All right, so now back to the name tag here, which says peace. I love that word at Christmas. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men. I love that. I wished our world was peaceful right now. It's really sad what our world is going through. So on this, I'm going to add, I'm going to go around the name again with this one as well. Now, we're not done. I've got a little guy who needs to be in the yard with all this snow. It's not frosty, if that's what you're thinking. I'm going to take this gray metallic Uniball, or it's similar to Uniball, and I'm just going to do smoke coming out of that chimney. It just was bugging me, because you know we would have something there, right? Okay, so now, last but not least, we have a snowman. Now, I think we need one that is, you know, in the color scheme. I know I have a whole lot more snowmen somewhere that would probably work, but we're just going to get them out. I always buy snowmen. Snowmen are like one of my favorite things for Christmas. I decorate. I have so many snowman ornaments. You guys, oh my goodness. It's rare that I find one I haven't seen that I like. So we're going to put him right here. I'm going to put him off to the side because he just looks like he's out in a field with all this snow. So I was going to add some snowflakes, but I don't think we need to. I think it's pretty full of snowflakes. Now, let me see what our time is like, and we'll determine by that. Oh, we got a few more minutes, so we'll just do something else. So, I thought he turned out really cute. And I thought this one turned out really cute too. Nothing more fun than decorating for Christmas. And then you have to take it down. Spoiler alert. Okay, where do I put these to dry? I'll just stick them right there. Oh, you know what? We could put we need to put like a word or something there, don't you think? Something like Merry Christmas or peace or joy. We're going to do the joy, the peace and joy, because I think it works with this one. Okay, we're going to put the joy right here by the snowman, because he's going to bring joy to every boy and girl. Okay, there we go. Give him a little bit of not so white. There he is. That looks better, right? You're like, well, that wasn't a big change. Okay, so I thought about what we would do if we ran out of time. And I don't really want to do another one of those because they're so simple. You guys know how to do those. I really wanted us to make another. We're going to do this other one here in another video, but nope, we're not going to do those right now. Where is, oh, I know where it's at. I'm waiting to get my paper to do some of the others, but I want to do another book page pocket. our pouch. I want it to be a pouch. And this is the Miracle on 4th Street. Miracle on 4th Street. Oh my word. Anyway, let's see if I can get back here. Let's just go from the front. It'll probably be easier. So we're going to get 2 of these and 2 again. Or let me think. If we did a small pocket. No, I want to do a large one. I'll tell you why. Because, let me put the lid on my, if I can find my little needle. Life as it is. Probably plugged up my fiber tack, not my faber tack, but my glitter glue. It's so finicky. I'm so blind. I'm lucky I even got in that easily. All right, so we're going to glue these together, and I just want to show you what my plan is for them. Okay. Let me get this open. We're not going to collage this one. At least I don't think so. Not this time. This is this is a pouch. Okay. Okay. There's that one. Now we're going to do the other one. I'm going to turn my fan on. I am about to burn up. Woo. Sorry, guys. I hope that's okay. I'll talk louder and see if that helps. All right. Now, I'm going to do this one. Whoops, I didn't get it straight. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. We'll make that the inside and this the outside. That's close enough. Now, we're going to put these 2 sides together in a minute, but first we're going to fold these out, okay? Just a little bit. You know, you want to make sure it's as even on one side as the other side, or as close as you can get, okay? Now, that will be on the outside, so you want to make sure you're using the outside to fold them. Okay, kind of fold them all the same if you can. That one's definitely not even. Silly me. Okay, so we're going to do them like this. And we'll stitch this across the top, but first I want us to put a trim on here. Okay, now this trim is not going to reach all the way across. You know, it just isn't. So we're going to do the best we can. We're just going to go like this. Try to cut it straight here, because this is the side that will be on the inside, right here. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and glue this little flap down, because we don't want it popping up during all the fun. Okay? And then we're going to put the glue on the red piece of paper, which is very thick and should take control, because it's going to need to, because it's going to be a flap. Okay. We got to move along while we do this because, you know, don't have that much time. All right, so I could make these little flaps all the time, or these little pouches all the time. I just think they're fun. Okay, now I did it like this, so I'm going to do this other portion. And you want to make sure when you do it that your papers, you know, are going the same direction and all that. And since I used a tore side, you need to make sure you have a tore side whenever you do it as well. And I'm going to go right here because cut that direction. And we're going to do it again right here. We're going to go like this, and it'll match fine because I'm going to do that right there. So they kind of blend. All right. I'm going to get my scissors. Can you guys see? Okay. Now I'm not worrying about that part being straight because it's going to be on the inside. Okay. So now we're going to put glue on it again. Okay. I'm going to go like this. And my paper's trying to break loose the second portion of it, but that's all right. We'll fix it. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to flip it over. Getting glue on everything here. Fold it over. Now that's one side. Let's go ahead and put some more glue inside right here because, yeah, it's not going to cooperate. If we don't, it's just going to start coming apart. Now, I like doing these. I think they end up looking really good. Okay, so now we want to do the other side if we have enough paper. That is the question. Well, I think we will, because what we'll do is we'll tear this across here, which is the wrong way. Right here. Oh my goodness. We can put that little spot right there on the inside, and it, in other words, we don't really need to tear that side. We need to tear this side. Okay, here we go. We'll just see if it works. If not, we'll have to get another piece out, and that's not a big deal. Whoops. No, you gotta tear it straight. Give me a minute. Gotta convince this paper. Nice, real nice. Okay, now let's see if this works. We've got a big chunk out here. Let's do it like this, and maybe that other one will cover. I don't know if it will or not, but we can always hope, right? Okay. Okay, so I actually forgot to glue underneath, but we'll do that afterwards. It's not a big deal. Fold it over. Get this side glued down. Okay. Now, we're going to take this one little lonely piece and we're going to tear it on one side right here. And hopefully this will cover up the little tear, but no, it won't. And so that's not a big deal. We're not going to worry about it. We did the best we could. We could always patch it. I've got just enough to patch it, so maybe we'll do that. Okay, now we're going to glue this one. Get it all ready to go down. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. Right there. And then fold it over. Okay, now, do we want to mess with that? I don't think so. I think we'll just ink it and go with it because, you know, it could be the back as far as we decide, you know. We'll just make it the back of this, even though there's not really a back. So, yeah, we're going to make sure that is held down as good as we can. All right, now, turning that off. Now what I want to do is move these things. I'm going to turn you to the sewing machine. All right, now I'm going to try to get all this junk in front of the sewing machine out of the way, but we know how that goes, right? Okay, so we're just going to do zero. We're going to do zeros. Listen to me. We're going to do zeros. We're going to actually stitch a straight stitch here instead of a zigzag. I've got so much stuff on my desk, you guys. I need to stay out of stores. And that's the truth. Okay, now I didn't worry about back stitching on this part because it's all going to be sewn around, okay? Now, you want to make sure you're doing it on the right side, and then you want to stitch again. And then we'll zigzag around the outside, and then we'll decorate it. It's that simple. But I love making them. I think they're fun. I think they're lots of fun. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to put them together. Here you go. We're going to put them together like this, you know, wrong sides together. We're going to get our little clips out again, and we're going to put this on zigzag. Now, I don't remember what size I put it on before, but I know I want it to be correct. Now, I'm just going to pin things down so they don't, you know, come apart when I'm trying to go around the circle, around the curve, and so forth. So, here we go. We're going to clip this side in order to keep it, oh my, keep it all together. One more, right in the middle. So here we go. We're going to stitch it as soon as I pick this up out of our way. Okay. All right. So let's start on this side. Now we do want to do a back stitch because, you know, I'm not getting real close to the edge because I kind of want to be able to go around it a little bit. Okay, don't give me a hard time. It's really thick right on those edges because of the cardstock. Come on, go, 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 go. There you go. See, it didn't kill ya. Not yet. Give me time. I've already killed one. This is actually the third journal that I have had, or sewing machine that I have had since I've been making journals. Isn't that lovely to know? I'm telling you, crazy. Now, when we're done here, we will decorate. Now, when we decorate, you can do anything you want. Anything is good. There's not a wrong way, okay? So, I'm going to do this right here, and we'll be done. I didn't get a page that I should have cut a larger page out, a page that would have what we need. It's struggling, but it's gonna do it. We're gonna make it. It's not really struggling, it's just thick. And you'll see that what I'm talking about here in a second when I get done trimming it off. Come on. Okay, now let's get this string out of our way. We're done with the sewing machine. We'll come back down here so we can finish our project. Now, where is everything sticking to me, guys? Okay, I'm gonna close the lid on this because we're done using it, I think. All right, so trying to move stuff out of the way. So here, what we've got is, I'm going to move this book because we just don't have enough room. Okay. Now we're going to trim around this like we did the other one. And that glue is super mushy. I hope my machine handled it okay. Mushy and thick. That's two negatives for the poor machine. Okay, here we go. Let's get this trimmed around. I think by trimming it around, it gives it smooth edges and makes it look more like a little wallet or coin purse, or depending on what size you make it, as to what you'd want to call it. Now, it doesn't want to cut straight either right here, which is not great, but we're going to make it as best we can. If not, then we'll just ink it. So we've got this ink right here. Come out of there. And we're going to ink real good where all the white edges are. Okay, just go around both sides as you're doing it. Go down this side. Go down that side. I think this turned out cute. There's something about the way you fold the paper over that just makes it not feel like it's paper. You know, it's crazy. I know you think I'm crazy. You wouldn't be the first one. Okay, now, as soon as we're done here, we got to wrap it up. We'll put a little decoration on here. Not my neatest inking right here, but I'll clean it up a little bit. Now here in the front, you can see the difference is I didn't go up into the white. I didn't realize that when I was doing that. I was hurrying. Hurry, hurry. All right, so now I really have several different things I'd like to do on this. Okay, now we've got this Santa who's too tall, but we don't have to decorate that direction. And we've also got this cute little, now see, we can decorate sideways. We've also got this cute little girl, but it would get over on this portion. I love that bird. We also have this beautiful I mean, beautiful angel. I'm going to put the angel on, I think. I like that she has the pink roses. And then we have this angel. Because I do, you know, more than one type of, I do more than one type of books. I mean, I do Jesus books at Christmas, and baby Jesus is what I'm talking about at Christmas. And, you know, so I like to use angels in there a lot. And, yeah. Made my sister-in-law one with angels last year and baby Jesus. And she really liked it. So hopefully this will be likable too. Okay, now I'm going to move it over a little bit just so we could put our angel. Now, you could put behind it, you could land it in some cheesecloth or whatever. I like it like this because I love the book page on the back. So, and plus it's a Santa story, which makes it super sweet to me. Now, if you would have wanted to stitch down your image, we might put one on the other side too. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? Have an angel on both sides. All right. Here we go. That's going to cover up that big old number I didn't like. How pretty is she? Oh my goodness. I don't want to put this in a book. I want to put it in a book for me. I love this book. I mean, I love this pouch, how it turned out. So you can stop there. Let's see what the back looks like. Maybe we want to put one over here. I don't like the way I did that dark ink, but I'm going to have to darken it up a little bit to make it look like it was supposed to be like that. So I'm going to put this other big angel on the other side. It turned out nice. I need some downtime, I'll tell you that. My body is telling me. I've been in my craft room since 8 o'clock this morning. I took about an hour-and-a-half break to have dinner. I've only done 2 videos, but boy, it feels like I've done more. I'm trying to work a little bit ahead, because you know, you never know when you're going to be out of town or what. And I don't want you guys to have to, although there's so many really good channels that I think are liked by a lot of people. So either way, you got some good videos to watch. Now, I'm gonna go right here. Get her all nice and gluey. Get her little skirt nice and gluey. I'm trying to get her off. She's kind of stuck on me. Stuck on me book. Stuck on me book. Okay, now they're both facing the same way. And we've covered up the number on both sides, so we're doing good. Isn't she pretty? You can smear your dirty fingers over her because everything's so brown it doesn't matter. So I love this. And what I will probably do is, when I have time, is make a journal card for in here. And when I do, I will show you. Okay, so you're not going to miss out on anything. Got sticky all over that one. So let me see how close we are. Yeah, we're real close. It's almost an hour, right at an hour. So you guys, I hope you had fun today. I hope you had fun in the first video. I hope you had fun with our little goodies today. So, if If you had a good time, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And we'll be doing more. Okay? So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.